I mean, one thing has to lead to the other. We need to take off this albatross of criminal, liability off our back, and then we can look at it from a civil realm. Then when we go to the civil realm, it's between us and then those we transacted with. Then we can negotiate, all right, and find a middle ground. We are very happy. We've been constrained. Every company has liabilities. I mean, companies lose money all the time, right? So it breaks our heart that people have had to suffer this unintended consequences. We have always maintained that we are not guilty, and we still stand by that.
I would say how we be acquired by the bad party so nana appear men's number one. Yen na yet men's gold issues and na trendy social media no so na just enkofo sika pudro pa na akodi abrantie yi ho ene de ni abetodwa say court ekwa asetena endrada yen na enim se asemi eda so Accra High Court. Na wa bra kotena ase no na just kwadu ayede ball no 39 charges ni niema bi a waya na chese eni enyan yie pa na wa bra asetena ekwa wie na chese nsentrefo ebopuni na one se obetimi edwa no disem ede atudwa ono na asama all kan se ono de ondifo. He is not guilty asama all kan and na woti brofo ahodo a na oresa edigu ho no ma na chese or say or kasa want to or say I'm not guilty na chese or say ono de ondifo. Inti no asama o ka hwe Ghana for essay ono de wodi for yenko ni nkoti ensama wodo bia na apia mensa na one editu da wa bra omukọ asetena wa Accra High Court na afi no omuhwie ye nsema wodo bia odi tu da na ansa na meka o say tap send S1 no na sabo senisika edi abagana efa mobile money su bank account anase zipay so one land so be su I do payments o de anase ko app store anase Play Store na kwa download tap send e bisa promo code no Adepa TV edi a show na just a show bonus edi account o Europe nso asem then say tap send the tap send wallet edi aba wo do sika no kona ko create wallet na service cap 50,000 Ghana cedis so na fi asfa your transactions am ye nto hwe na mu ne be show bonus edi akọ yenkom ne nkoti ensema wodo be na mo an edi abetu deba ya toaso edi amam.
We thank the Republic for creating an enabling environment for us to be able to, go through the legal, process. Right? We thank the security services for the securities you have provided from then till now. I mean, it's been 6 years. So today, yes, we had some acquittal, we had some gains, we had some acquittal. And then I would say a huge chunk of it has been dismissed, which is fine. We disagree, we very much disagree. But it is worthy of note that the disagreement does not in any way erode our confidence in the judiciary and then the courts. Yeah, so I mean, I would speak with the defense legal team, and then we would consider and then explore all necessary rights to redress, under the parameters of rule of law. So, I mean, it's a win for Ghana, it's a win for rule of law. We have always maintained that we are not guilty, and we still stand by that. And listening to the lengthy ruling, certain keywords were very, essential, and they were like consistent. So, for example, there were words like presumption, we presume, it appears, it looks like, it seems. What that tells me is that it's just like, viewing it from the face value, right? And not necessarily going into the fact of the matter. So I wouldn't also want to go into the merit or the demerit of the matter, because this is just the prima facie, which is like looking at it on the face value. So, well, it could be a mirage. And this is just one, person sitting down looking at it. So yeah, once we disagree, the law permits that we can always take it to, an appellate court or the legal remedies under, a legal dispensation can be exercised. And so we would go back to the drawing table, in an attempt to defend ourselves and then to affirm and then get a court to proclaim our innocence to the whole world. We would explore all the legal remedies, under, the law. We think that it is not like, I read in a section of the media that says that we are afraid to open. No, nobody's afraid. From 6 years, 7 years, we have been here. All right, we have subjected ourselves as law-abiding citizens to, what the law says. All through from the circuit court now to the High Court. So yes, but of course, the law permits us to exhaust, certain our right of redress, and it is for us to waive that right or, exercise it. So yeah, we'll go. I cannot, decisively stand here and then say that we are going to do that, but I have to speak to my lawyers, and then we can come to that conclusion or otherwise.
So I presume that the last 6-7 years have been very challenging.
So when it becomes, if we exhaust all the legal remedies, of redress, and it becomes inevitable, right? It becomes inevitable that we need to open the defense. Why not? We are law-abiding citizens. We are subjects of the state. We are not above the state. We are humble citizens, all right? So we'll gladly, enthusiastically open the defense. And then all of you would hear what I have to say with respect to the charges that has been labeled. But as it stands right now, we are not guilty.
All right.
And that is instructive and very commanding.
Tell me how challenging the past 6-7 years have been for you. People clamoring here, saying that you've defrauded them and all of that. How challenging has it been?
It's been very painfully challenging. But of course, we leave that to what doesn't break you makes you stronger. And I'm a believer, whatever God doesn't permit doesn't happen. So it's fine, it's very fine. I'm not a person that complains. Anybody who knows me will tell you, I don't believe in complaints, right? I embrace whatever comes to me. I hold a challenge and I try to make the most out of it. So that's precisely what we're going to do. In terms of payment, we are very happy. We've been constrained. Every company has liabilities. Companies lose money all the time, right? So it breaks our heart that people have had to suffer this unintended consequences. It breaks our heart, right? But we are before a criminal court. And if you know what the criminal court establishment is about, it is not remedial court. It is a punitive court, a punitive and by extension a reformative court, right? So you come before a criminal court, you are not here to remedial, you are not here to remedy a situation by way of coming to pay debt. You are here, it is you against the state. So if they find you culpable, a punishment or a punitive sanction is imposed. So we are very happy, we want to exhaust this. Once we, by the grace of God and I have firm belief in God Almighty, once we're able to exhaust this, then I believe we can, the state may decide to go to the civil court. And at that point, we'll be happy to, make the necessary payment, discharge our payment, obligations to our customers.
I presume you feel for the customers who are suffering.
We very much do. We very much do. But one thing has to lead to the other. We need to take off this albatross of criminal, liability off our back, and then we can look at it from a civil realm. Then when we go to the civil realm, it's between us and then those we transacted with. Then we can negotiate, all right, and find a middle ground, and then do the necessary payment and we leave. Because before the criminal court, if you are making payment, as you guys all will recall, we started making some payment to the Ghana Police Service, right? We needed them. We didn't make the payment to them, but we needed them to aid us, give us security to be able to make the payment. But that effort has been thwarted by this criminal, proceeding or prosecutions. Because before the criminal, when you are before a criminal, proceeding, if you are making payment, what are you making the payment to? Is it to mitigate the punishment that will be meted against you if you are found culpable? Is it to stop the prosecution? What is it for? Yeah, so we cannot make payments before a criminal court, right? So we thank you all for coming. It's been a very interesting journey.
Your final message.
God bless everybody. God bless Ghana, and we hope and pray that God will make a way for us. So thank you so much.
I was here for some more brand one edit to journey. Kunekuti, not just assembly. We that's our quarter. Mube koso akwa setena na efimu ebebe Adepa TV. Ye mama so ensi ye ba be som. Midi de abno usu amofama kran ye be se share ebiem.
Mr. Mankwa, me offer was a niska bani de awie ni project no. Eso de bia me offer sika ma ne wo problem.
Enemremu. Na monte tap sending kan.
No so ne de.
Tap send ye easy, fast and secured way. Ubetimi send sika free amanone. Aba Ghana bank account and as a mobile money account. Untia transfer fee bia.
Sir, I obey ne say.
Chirani say won call App Store na Play Store. On download the tap send app no. Or download ya ebebu sanso promo code Adepa TV shim obenya €5 £5 and answer $10 on his first transfer
enya me kwa friend aka a kire
tabi minyanwie esanse tap send at the good news aba tap send the gene customers wonti or the tap send wallet aba
no obey ne say
so your customer wo UK sisi a ubetimi akọ tap send app no nu create wallet wo so. Enti se rate ne kosora now de sika kogu wallet num anase mpo betimi atosusu nkakra enti abere sem a opeso send sika ba Ghana no anse wa send sika na ba Ghana anase oba o my Ghana mu what me you su sika e wo wallet nim no tie
And you said to say you use Momo Ghana Haydo.
sa pepepe se see tap send that trainer shim kopiem wo United Arab Emirates Netherlands and Austria tap send na
Papa no